All right, so we doing a 2006 Honda Odyssey starter. I just want to let you guys know that good luck with this one, especially if the car's rusted and from up north. So we take off the radiator hose, the top one, and then the bottom one. I went through a mission to get them hoses off. I just, edited the video, but real mission. And then you'll see the starter. Remove that. That's the signal wire. Remove that. But see, this is not the hard part, man. The hard part is that plate. That plate is a mission. Like, I don't know what this engineers did, but take that. That was a 12 millimeter, but they sometimes come with a 13 millimeter. That's the power that goes from the battery to the starter. Yeah, just take that off. And see, I be trying to do stuff like, I try to take the starter off without taking the plate off. That's where you see the plate there. And then I had to take the plate off. So I be trying to do stuff like halfway. MacGyver it, but didn't work. Boom, there you go. That's the evil plate right there. Man, I just don't know why they didn't do a different design, but see, these screws are nothing. You take these screws off, 10 millimeters, and then it has some other ones on the other side. Those are 10s, but then the other ones are 12s. Those are the ones that are holding all the plastic pieces. That's a 10. I just don't know why they didn't do a different design. They just make it complicated for everybody else. And I mean, I probably went a little bit. It was a little bit worse for me because the car was rusted. It had rust, so it was a little bit difficult. If you have a newer one, that's in better condition, better shape, then you're not gonna have that same problem that I did. So we'll take that off. I switched out the sockets because that one in there is a 12, and then the other one on the other side is a 12 as well. But see, those are not the problem. The problem is going to be the ones underneath the plate. See, we take them off. Then before taking everything else off, I took off the air cleaner, the air filter housing. You can see them bolts, man. Them things are horrible. I think that's the best thing they ever did. That little spring around the air cleaner. That you don't have to mess with it. Just pull it out. There it is. That one down there. You'll see me with the ratchet. That one's alright, because after you take the air cleaner off, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to just get to it. If you have one of those wrenches, the one I got, the long ones, it's a 12 millimeter, and it has a swivel. If you get one of those, you'll be good. Just take it off. I got that at Harbor Freight. You can get it anywhere pretty much, Amazon. But you get that out. You don't have to take it off all the way because it slides in. So you don't have to take it off all the way. Then this one right here. This is the bad boy. It's all by touch, by reach. You can see it. You could sneak in there a little bit and look at it. But it's all by touch, by feel. Just put in it. Put your extension in there. You're just gonna have to, find what works for you. I got my my smart ratchet because my other ratchet broke, the one that extends. So I had to put some Superman power into this. But I got it loose. After you get it loose, it's alright. On this one, you might take it off completely, because you won't be able to slide it off. But you have to take it off completely. The other one, you don't have to. You just have to slide it off. And then you take it off. That's it. The evil plate. I think it's cursed, man. I'm telling you, man. I don't know why they did that design. It's like they knew like we were gonna have issues taking it off. And like, yeah, let's just do it like this. That way they can have a whole bunch of problems taking it off. So basically it just comes off. And then after that, it's just straightforward. You'll be able to see the starter. And you'll see. Yeah, I don't know what's the deal and why it has to be so big just to hold on with the battery. Yep, that's what it is right there. So then you see. So what I did here is that the bottom bolt, the 17 millimeters, both of them, the top one and the bottom one. But I'm using my my breaker bar because that thing was tight. Like, I'm telling you, man, I think that thing was there since they made the car. Plus the rust, yeah, I thought it was gonna break, but it got loose, it broke loose. So I had to use a breaker bar. Then after I got it loose for really kind of loose, I used my power ratchet or my power drill or my battery power drill ratchet type of tool. There you go. I took it off. Then the top one, same thing, 17. I'm telling you, these things are tight, man. Like, they're like really tight. That's it. Pop it off. Take it off. And just slide in a new one. See, the customer bought the wrong starter too, man. He bought the starter for like probably another Honda that has the same motor. So I had to do a little rigging. I mean, you're not gonna see it in the video, but I had to move the transmission dipstick just a little bit. And but it's the same starter. Just the solenoid is different on it. So the connectors are a little bit off towards it's closer to the dipstick for the transmission. So I had to like move the transmission dipstick out a little bit out the way. Just like pull on it a little bit just to get that enough clearance. Because you don't want that power, that power wire that goes to the starter touching that metal. So you'll see that I have that I'm screwing it back on. And then the bottom one, same thing. Like I said, simple process after you take that plate off. If it was up to me, man, if I could make a different design, believe me, man, I'll do it. I just don't see the need of having a big plate just for a battery. It could be a different way, different design, but I don't know. But put that screws back on, then bolts back on, and that's it, man. My advice to you is before putting that plate back on, just put that wire back and the signal wire back and everything back on the starter, and go inside, put the battery on, just lay the battery on the frame and connect the wires to it. and go test it out. Make sure it's working. Because the last thing you want to do is put everything back on, and when you come back, the starter ain't working, and then you got to go back to the trouble of taking that big old playback, the evil curse playback off. You don't want to do that. Double check your work, man. I always double check my work, triple check it. I always make sure I have everything connected. The plugs that you disconnect from the top, there's a lot of plugs up there that you disconnect just to get to the starter. Make sure you put them right back on. Always triple check your work, man. Double check everything, and that's pretty much it, man. I mean, everything else from here is just putting everything back on. So I mean, I really hope y'all enjoy the videos, and just subscribe and like, man. I mean, I'm just trying to help everybody else out there that trying to do their own thing, do their own work at their house, or if you guys have a business going and a mobile service like I do. I do this at a mobile service, so I'm just trying to help everybody out, man. Because I do the same thing, man. I go on YouTube to see videos on how to do things. Because sometimes I never done a certain job and I need to know how to do it. So same way that a lot of people help me out, man. I'm trying to help y'all out. So you guys can subscribe and like, man. I really appreciate it. And I upload pretty much every week. I work on 3 or 4 vehicles a day, so depends on what I'm doing, I'll upload it. Sometimes it's stuff that I don't feel like is a need to upload, because it's just stuff that doesn't go as planned, or the customer bought the wrong part, and then I have to come back, and so just put everything back on. It's just straightforward from here. I've been doing this for a little over 16 years. I went to school for it. Then everything else I learned in the streets, and a lot of people, use, that mentor me, they taught me a lot of stuff. So, and I know a lot of things, man. I know a lot of things. You see me putting the evil plate back on. And, yeah, man. You just gotta line it right on the bottom. Just make it, make sure it goes into the screw that's on the bottom. That bottom bolt that's down there. And then put everything back on, man. That's it. You'll be good to go, man. Y'all hear me saying screws, man? My brother told me the other day, hey, man, it's not screws, it's bolts. Anything goes. I should know better, man, because I've been doing this for 16 years. I've been a mechanic for 16 years. But, I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. And just screw everything back on, man. And see, this car has rust, man, and some of those bolts were rusted out. So, some of them didn't even work. They were like just ain't screw on, like ain't bolt on like it was supposed to. And but don't stress about it, man. Most of these cars that I work on, they're kind of old, man. They're kind of old and rusted. The battery back on, Like I said, test your work before you do all this, because the last thing you want to do is having to go back and take everything off. So that's it.